Lucius Cornelius Sulla Felix was one of the most powerful and dangerous figures of the late Roman Republic. Born in 138 BC into the ancient patrician Corneli family, Sulla came from noble blood, but his branch of the family had lost much of its wealth and influence. Unlike many Roman aristocrats who began life with great resources, Sulla had to build his career through talent, ambition, military skill, and political ruthlessness. He was intelligent, well-educated, fluent in Greek, and known for his charm, but also for his cruelty and deep desire for revenge. His later title, Felix, meaning the fortunate or favored by luck, reflected the image he wanted to create: a man protected by destiny and the gods. Sulla first rose to fame during the Jugurthine War in North Africa, where he served under Gaius Marius. Although Marius received most of the public glory, Sulla played a decisive role in ending the war by negotiating the betrayal and capture of King Jugurtha. This achievement greatly strengthened Sulla's reputation and created tension between him and Marius, whose rivalry would later become one of the most destructive conflicts in Roman history. Sulla also served in the Cimbrian War, fighting against Germanic tribes that threatened Italy, and later gained further distinction during the Social War, when Rome's Italian allies rebelled for citizenship rights. His courage at Nola earned him the Grass Crown, one of Rome's highest military honors. In 88 BC, Sulla became consul and received command of the war against Mithridates VI of Pontus, a powerful eastern king who had seized Roman territory in Asia Minor. However, political conflict in Rome changed everything. Marius and the tribune Publius Sulpicius Rufus arranged for Sulla's command to be transferred to Marius. In response, Sulla did something no Roman general had done before: he marched his army on Rome itself. This act shattered one of the Republic's oldest traditions, proving that a loyal army could become more powerful than the state. Sulla expelled his enemies, restored his command, and then left for the east to fight Mithridates. In Greece and Asia Minor, Sulla proved himself a brilliant commander. He captured Athens, defeated Mithridates' forces at Chaeronea and Orchomenus, and forced the king to accept peace. Yet Sulla's main concern was no longer only the Eastern War. While he was away, his enemies in Rome, especially Marius and Cinna, had returned to power and declared him an enemy of the state. After securing peace with Mithridates, Sulla returned to Italy in 83 BC with his veteran army. A brutal civil war followed. Supported by figures such as Pompey and Marcus Licinius Crassus, Sulla defeated the Marian faction and won a decisive victory at the Battle of the Colline Gate in 82 BC. After taking control of Rome, Sulla revived the office of Dictator, which had not been used for more than a century. His dictatorship was marked by the infamous proscriptions, official lists of enemies who could be killed without trial. Their property was confiscated, and many were murdered for political revenge or personal gain. These purges terrified Rome and destroyed much of the opposition. At the same time, Sulla introduced major constitutional reforms. He strengthened the Senate, weakened the tribunes of the plebs, expanded the courts, increased the number of magistrates, and tried to restore aristocratic control over the Republic. His goal was to prevent popular leaders and military commanders from dominating politics, but ironically, his own actions showed future generals exactly how power could be seized by force. In 80 BC, Sulla resigned the dictatorship and returned to ordinary political life as consul before retiring to private life near Puteoli. This voluntary retirement was unusual and was meant to prove that he had restored the Republic rather than destroyed it. However, the damage had already been done. By marching on Rome, using his army against citizens, and ruling through fear, Sulla created a model later followed by men such as Pompey, Julius Caesar, and others. He died in 78 BC, leaving behind a chilling epitaph. No friend had ever served him, and no enemy had ever harmed him without being repaid in full. Sulla's legacy is deeply complex. He was a gifted general, a skilled politician, and a reformer who believed he was saving the Republic. Yet he also weakened the very system he claimed to protect. His career marked a turning point in Roman history, showing that the Republic could be bent or broken by a commander with loyal soldiers, personal ambition, and the will to use violence.